All right, so good. Should be having sound now. All right, so you should be hearing me now, right? Everybody hearing me now? Any sound now? All right, good. All right, so everybody's hearing me well. So let me just apologize for being late. I was rushing all the way from St. Thomas to be here. Usually, I don't have a show when I'm traveling. So if I'm traveling, I don't have a show. But because I made the commitment, I'm still going to be having one show every night as we look at male health. So we are actually I'm doing this show because if you were here last night, then you would have known that what is going to happen is that they we have some products that are herbal based that are made from herbs, but we have a challenge in letting people know about them because most platforms out there, social media platforms, or email, or autoresponder, most of the tools that we use to inform person about what we have, most of those tools won't allow us to share anything that talks about helping men as it relates to improving their male health. And so we have the products and we can't share them with persons. We can't use our email responders. We can't use WhatsApp. We can't use Facebook because what they do is that they classify these products as sex enhancement. And so because of that, they don't allow us to do it. So what I'm doing is I'm doing this series to talk about these herbs and how they work. So to better inform you. Last night we spoke about um herbs that are for general health, general male health. So we spoke about a number of products, and we talk about this particular product, which is our Male Potent Pro. We spoke about most of the ingredients in it, and we're going to be talking about some of those herbs that are in it. Last night, I also spoke about formulations, why some products work for some persons and doesn't work for some persons. All right, and I talked about the different parts, the parts of a formulation. So every herbal formulation has about 4 parts, and so what we're doing is we're talking about the different parts of a herbal formulation. So I'm just going to recap that for you. And I spoke about a book that I have entitled Rooted Strength. And it's an ebook that I wrote that gives you an idea as to what are the factors that contribute to uh, male performance, male health, lack of performance. And then once we understand what those factors are, then we can now know what are the products, the target products that we're looking for, and how those products must be distributed or how they are formulated into the products. Tonight we're going to be talking about prostate health. We're going to be going into prostate health. So if you know of anybody who is age 40 and over, then tell them that they're on. We're going to be talking about prostate health. I'm going to be talking about some specific herbs that have been traditionally used to help with prostate health. And so what I've done is that I've gone ahead and I've taken these 4 products, I've bundled them into one called our Alpha Male Complex. And so this is a blend of about 4 different products that work synergistically. They work together to overall produce or to improve or possibly improve male health. All right, so we're gonna be talking about we're gonna finish talking about those products tonight. We're gonna finish talking about some of those products tonight, and we are going to talk about the benefits of these herbs. We're gonna be talking about the benefit of these herbs. All right, so I want you to get your notepads, and by the way, this is a platform, and this platform, it allows us to take questions. So if you have any questions, then please, this is the place to ask your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. All right, so we're gonna be looking at prostate health, but before we go into prostate health, we're gonna finish looking on the Male Potent Pro and the ingredients in the Male Potent Pro. We're gonna be looking at. So can anybody tell me what are two of the major factors that affect male health? If you were here last night, what are two of the primary factors that affect male health? We discussed a number of them. What are two of the primary factors that contribute to male health? And while you're thinking, because we said that when you're building a formula, and I should ask, I'm going to ask some questions, just to see if persons were paying attention. What were two of the factors that contribute to male health? Because as we said, that it's possible for one man to take a supplement and it helps him, and another person take the same supplement and it doesn't help them. All right? Let me know if you hear me, guys. What are some of the factors that can contribute? See, some of you that were here last night. Cynthia was here. SBJ369 was here. HW Chucky was here. So, do you remember anything from last night that we spoke about? Because, this is very important, because this determines what's the leading part of the medicine. All right. So it says Chucky says stress, zinc deficiency. Very good. These are some of the factors. So some men who are not able, who are not experiencing ideal or optimum male health, one of the factor is, of course, zinc. All right, zinc. Cynthia says, of course, physical, psychological factors, lifestyle factors. Very good. So you guys are paying attention. All right. So this now determines what. Let me just put them on the screen. So SBJ says stress and anxiety. Cynthia says physical, psychological, lifestyle. And Chucky says stress and zinc deficiencies. Very good. All right, so there's other factors like hormones. All right, we spoke about hormone testosterone. And so these are factors that can affect a man's health and performance. We also spoke about some of the factors that men have. So some men may have erectile dysfunction, which we spoke about last night. What are some of the other factors that men can have as it relates to their health? All right. SBJ says age. So age is another factor. But it's not just age. Aging is a broad factor. But aging now causes specific factors. Right? So because a man is aging, then of course his hormones would drop specifically. So on and so forth. His testosterone level will drop. But what are some of the factors that will contribute that is considered to be male issues? What are some of the factors? Anybody? All right. Long-term inability to perform. Right. That is, of course, we said that long-term inability to perform is what we call erectile dysfunction, which is different from short-term inability, which may be caused by stress or other underlying factors. All right. So we spoke about those. All right. All right. So let's look at some of the other factors. Hold on. All right, so let's look at the other factors. Let me get our let's look at the other factors that contribute to that particular problem. And as we said, that tonight I'm going to continue looking at some of the herbs that that will help, and then specifically we're going to be looking at prostate health. So please send the link out to somebody and let them know that we are on, and we're going to be looking at prostate health. And what are some of the herbs that will help with prostate health? What are some of the herbs specifically that will help with prostate health? So we looked at quite a number of them. All right, we looked at quite a number of them. We looked at Mirapuma, and we said that Mirapuma is one of those herbs that is especially good for men with erectile dysfunction, because what it does is that it sends blood. It specifically sends blood into the shaft of the penis. So there's two veins in the penis that has to be filled with blood for you to have a erection and a sustained erection. And so this particular herb helps with sending the blood in that particular area. And so this herb is a particularly very good herb. I don't know if any of the men on the platform have ever tried it, but I've taken supplements with it, and I'm telling you, it is extremely powerful, extremely powerful. And so the Mirapuma, it helps especially those men who may be having underlying cardiovascular issues, who may be having high blood pressure and so on. All right, so it helps with those. And so it's important that that's one of the herbs that you need to make note of. It's Mirapuma. It's Mirapuma. Hold on. All right, so it's Mirapuma. All right, let's move on. So now we're going to look at oat straw. And oat straw, and we hear about the proverbial phrase that he is sowing his wild oats, right? And this is because traditionally it has been known that oat straw or oats is a very powerful herb as it relates to helping with virility. So some sources say that oat straw extract may help with men's sexual health by increasing testosterone levels, but there is no proven evidence that it does. Oats is rich in B vitamins, which may help increase testosterone levels. Eating oatmeal for breakfast may improve testosterone levels and help with erectile dysfunction. How many persons knew that eating oats, especially for men, that not only will it help with cholesterol, but eating oats actually helps in boosting a man's testosterone. As you get older, you want to increase your oats intake. As a matter of fact, I have some oats. I'm going to be drinking some oats porridge tonight. So my wife is preparing some oats porridge for me right there now. But this is one of the grains that I love a lot. I love oats. I mean, I can drink oats morning, noon, and night, especially if it's rolled oats. But oats is very powerful in boosting testosterone. So oat straw extract, also known as oat seed extract, may have other health benefits, including reducing inflammation. So oat straw extract is rich in antioxidants that may reduce inflammation and the risk of chronic conditions like heart disease and type 2 diabetes. It also, oat straw extract may soothe and heal the skin. Finally, ground oats are often used in skincare products to treat itch and irritation. And overall, oats helps with improving mental and physical performance. Oat straw extract may boost mental and physical performance. And so this is another reason why oats is very good. My daughter, who does skincare, talks about the importance of using oats, especially on children when they have eczema. So if your child has eczema and you get some oats and you soak that oats in water, all you need to do is just take that oats and apply it to the skin, and it helps with that irritation and burning and redness. It helps to soothe it because oats is high in vitamin B, and it helps with reducing inflammation. But for men, it increases testosterone. So oats is one of the ingredients in our male potent pro. Another very important ingredient is boron. And boron is a trace mineral that can have several health benefits for men, including hormonal balance. Boron helps regulate testosterone levels, which can improve muscle mass, bone density, and cognitive function. Boron can also reduce hormones that limit erections, like estradiol, right? And so I can't get up now, but I have some in my back room, which is some liquid boron. And it is a lot of men who are into weightlifting or into bodybuilding will take boron supplement to help them to boost their muscle mass. So a lot of times, some men who are low may be deficient in boron. And so all of these different factors that can contribute to poor male health are the ingredients that we have put into our male potent pro. Boron can improve blood flow, which can contribute to healthy sexual function. It also helps with cognitive function. Boron can improve cognitive functions like hand-eye coordination and memory. All right. So as we get older, as I said, the challenges, as you can see, as we get older, as who was it? SBJ talks about age. As we get older, our body does not work how it used to work. And so I said that magical number is a number 40. Once you hit 40, you don't want to wait until all of these things landslides on you. You want to take care of your health. And that's the reason why education is so important, because a lot of persons sit and wait until their health declines, and then they want a magic panacea to take, and they want the result to be immediate. They want it to be instant. They want it to be right away. And so that's why I'm saying to persons, once you reach age 40 and you start to age, then your body begins to go in a declining state. And so these minerals and these herbs that I'm talking about are herbs and minerals that you need to pay attention to, because these are the herbs and minerals that as your body begins to produce them in small quantities, not in the quantities when we were young and virile, then you have to now begin to supplement. You have to now begin to get the food to supplement the body with what it doesn't have anymore. All right. So one of these very important ingredient, of course, is boron. Boron can greatly improve wound healing, and so that's also one of the benefits of it. Boron may have a protective role in prostate cancer. All right. And so as I said, tonight, still it's not too late. So send the link out to somebody, because I'm going to be talking about the prostate tonight and prostate enlargement, because the next product in our male in our alpha male complex is designed to offer support to the prostate. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, but we're still continuing our look on the male potent pro, which is designed to offer assistance and support to men who are having erectile dysfunction. And as I said, our alpha male complex is a blend of products. It's about 4 different products that I have combined together in a package, which synergistically offer support to the men, to our men, and boost their male health. All right. So Osteoarthritis. Boron supplement may improve symptoms associated with osteoarthritis. So we have, to some extent, have all of these great ingredients, all of these great herbs packed into one product. All right. So let's look at our next herb, which is licorice. And licorice, let me just share with you, then I'll explain to you. Now, licorice, some studies have found that licorice can reduce testosterone levels in men. So you may be wondering, why is licorice in this particular product? In one study, men who consumed 7 grams of licorice root daily for 1 week saw a 26% drop in testosterone levels. Licorice inhibits enzymes that help convert 17 hydroxyprotestosterone to hydrotestosterone. And so you may be asking, what is this herb doing in a formulation when we need more testosterone? Based on what we talked about last night, I want somebody to tell me, why would we add licorice, a herb that has been proven to lower testosterone? Why would licorice be added to the formulation? Remember we talked about the different parts of the formulation last night? We spoke about the lead herb, we talked about the support herb, we talked about the balancing herb, and we talked about the driver. Why would, I should ask the question, balancing. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. You are paying attention. So that a lot of the herbs that we have added to our formulation, what the kidneys and adrenaline glands. All right, 4. Okay, I'll answer that. So we spoke about most of the herbs that we're looking at so far. If you notice, most of them are high in testosterone. We've used multiple support herbs that are powerful in providing the body with testosterone. But remember, we have to balance that. So licorice is added as a herb to balance it, to bring it back down. So there's the yin and the yang. Right? There's the yin and the yang. So these licorice is added to add balance. So it's a balancing herb. Consuming large amounts of licorice can lower interest in sex and worsen erectile dysfunction. And so licorice should not be taken on its own if you have too much testosterone. And we know that if a person has too much testosterone, we can use licorice to bring it down and to bring balance. Because remember that when we talk about male health, we're talking about balance, right? So if there's an imbalance can go either way. It can be that the man has too much testosterone, or it can be that the man has too little testosterone. So if it's an imbalanced situation in which there's too much testosterone, now you know what herbs can be used to help bring a balance. And this also can be used for women who have lots of testosterone. We can use that to help bring balance into that body. All right. Licorice can raise blood pressure, which can increase fluid volume and heart workload. For people over 40, consuming more than 2 ounces of licorice a day for 2 weeks may cause irregular heart rhythm or what is called arrhythmia. All right. So that is one of the ingredients in the formulation, but it is one of the balancing herb in the formulation. All right. So it's very important that you understand that. So later on in the formula, you're gonna see what the driver is. So there's what we call the lead herb, then there's the support herb, and then there's lead herbs, the support herb, the balancing herb, and then there is the driving herb. There are herbs that are added that drives, that moves all of these 3 other parts of the formula through the cells of the body. how much is the product? I don't know the name of the product, how much it is right now, but as I said, there's a link. You can go to a website and you can search for it. The one that we're talking about is the Male Potent Pro. So you can just go to our website and you can type it in. That's the site. So you can go to the site, and when you go to the site, you just, in the little search, just type in Male Potent Pro, and it will give you that. But we're talking about our alpha male complex, which is a blend of herbs. So I want to help you to understand how medicines are formulated. And in the ebook, if you get one of our alpha male complex, I'll send you a free copy of the ebook. And I want to do that because I want you to understand, because you can literally get each herb, and if you understand what your particular need is, then we can guide you as to how to make your own formulation. All right. So that's what we're going into that. So we're talking about the lead herb, the support herb, the balancing herb, the driver. We're going through. So right away we know that this particular herb is a balancing herb. The licorice is a balancing herb. All right. It's one of the balancing herbs that have been added. Let's look at some more. Then we have nettle. Nettle has been used for centuries to treat a variety of health conditions, including some that may affect men's health. Benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. Nettle leaf help slow the growth of the prostate gland and reduce symptoms of BPH, such as reduced urinary flow and incomplete bladder emptying. However, more research is needed to determine if nettle is effective and if it can replace medical treatment. So they're doing studies to find that, and that is because I know for a fact that nettles is powerful. The leaves are powerful, the roots are powerful. A lot of traditional knowledge is there because people have been using this for centuries. And if you taste nettle, nettle is a salty herb. Again, most of the salty herbs, they help by reducing calcification, because sometimes when the prostate is enlarged, what happens is that it is calcified. Now, calcification is one of the ways, one of the things that happens in parts of the body that prevents minerals from penetrating particular parts of the body. So, for example, some people who have tumorous cancers, what you will notice is that the tumor will come up, and after the tumor comes up, it gets hard, it gets tough. What happens is that there's calcification in the outside walls of the tumor, and that is to prevent nutrients from going in, or prevent medicines from going in. And so what happens sometimes is that we have to use certain herbs to remove the calcification, to make it soft, so that the medicine can penetrate it. Nettles is one of those herbs that is very good that have been traditionally used to reduce enlargement. Nettle leaves and stems have been used to treat arthritis and relieve sore muscles. Some people find relief from joint pain by applying nettle leaves topically to the painful area. And as I said, the reason for this is because nettle is a salty herb. And there are so many salty herbs out there. Once you taste the herb and it tastes salty, like most grasses are salty, then it means that they help with inflammation. And by the way, inflammation or calcification will happen in different parts of the body, and it will have different name, but it is the same thing. So when calcification takes place in the bone or in the tendons and muscle, it's called arthritis. What happens is that calcification causes the tendons to get stiff and rigid, and so the tendons lose their elasticity. And so what you need to do is that you need to remove that calcification, and that is why herbs that are salty, herbs like Spanish needle, herbs like marigold, herbs like celery, herbs like leaf of life, herbs like cowfoot leaves, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. That's the reason why when we teach herbs, we don't teach so much herbs by name. We teach herbs by action. Right? What you want to understand about the herb is the action. What action does this herb has? What does it do? Then when you know what the action of the herb is, then knowing the name makes sense. All right? So what we want is salty herbs. And nettle is considered to be a salty herb. All right? So it's going to help with joint pain. It's going to help with inflammation. It's going to help with calcification. And I can also say that nettle leaves, you can also juice the leaf, because calcification in the joints is called arthritis. But guess what? Calcification in the eye is called cataract. And so just like how the salty herbs will remove calcification from the tendons and the muscles and the prostate and anywhere calcification is, it will remove calcification from the eye. Right? So it's the action of the herb we're talking about. What is the action of the herb? Once you identify the action of the herb, then the herb, that it helps to tell you what the herb is used for. Right? So salty herbs, celery, the nettle is a salty herb. Nettle leaf may help reduce symptoms of hay fever, such as sneezing, runny nose, and itchy eyes. How many persons know that nettles is high in what we call antihistamines? Right? It's high in antihistamine. And so before the synthetic antihistamines were formed, nearly every allergy medicine had nearly every allergy medicine had nettles in it, because nettle is a natural antihistamine product, which means it blocks the body's production of histamine, which causes allergic reaction. Right? So celery, this herb, nettles, is a powerful herb. Weight loss. Nettle extract may help with weight loss by activating a hormone that accelerates the conversion of fats into energy. So that's another herb that is found in the male potent pro. And because we're going to be looking at the prostate tonight, we're going to see it again. So it helps with reducing the prostate. All right, so let's continue our look. And now we're looking at Tribulus terrestris. Now, Tribulus terrestris, also known as puncture vine, is an herb that has been used in traditional medicine for a variety of conditions, including infertility, erectile dysfunction, and low libido. It is also used by some athletes to increase muscle strength and improve performance. However, there is little scientific evidence to support most of these uses. And the reason why they always talk about is little scientific evidence is because they don't put the studies, they don't put the research out there. So here are some things to know about this puncture vine. Studies in animals suggest that Tribulus terrestris increases testosterone levels in males, but these effects have not been consistently reproduced in humans. So this is a herb that, again, has been added because it has been used. It is found in North America, and it has a lot of, there's a lot of anecdotal evidence that it supports male performance. And so this is one of the herbs that we have added in our male potent pro. As I said, that it's about synergy. It's about looking at the different causes of poor male health and ensuring that we've addressed those. So let's look on our next product tonight. And we're going to be looking at the Neo-Prostate Support. And the Neo-Prostate Support has some powerful ingredients. It has vitamin E, vitamin B6. It has saw palmetto, pygium, grapeseed extract, pumpkin seed, and of course, again, it features nettle and lycopene. So we're going to be talking about each of these ingredients in greater details. And this is one of the products. By the way, each of these, you can get each of these products by themselves. I've just basically put them together in a package to create a synergistic reaction, a synergistic blend of these herbs, because most men over 40 are going to have a myriad of issues. They're going to have multiple factors affecting them. If they're having erectile dysfunction, they may be having low testosterone, as well as they may be having an enlarged prostate. The prostate might start to get enlarged, and as the persons, it's better to prevent rather than to try to cure. An ounce of prevention is better than a pound of cure. And so in natural medicine, what we seek to do is always to prevent rather than cure. And so talking to our men, and somebody said I have to do a series for the women, so I'll definitely have to follow up this with a series for women, women's health. But looking on male health, the prostate becomes one of the areas of the body that comes under attack, because as a man gets older, as his testosterone goes down and his estrogen goes up, then he's exposed to enlarged prostate. SBJ says, I love sour palmetto berries. I love them too. This is a plant that grows on a palm, and the nut is very tough. As a matter of fact, if you look at the nut at the sour palmetto, it looks like the testicles. So that's a hint as to what it is used for. All right, so let's look at the sour palmetto. The sour palmetto is an herbal supplement that is sometimes used to treat prosthetic health issues, but there is no scientific evidence that it is effective. Can you imagine? And so we have to say that because it's a claim that we're making, and it's a claim that is not backed by science. But of course, there is traditional anecdotal evidence that it does, but there's not enough scientific data to verify these claims. Some studies show that sour palmetto is as effective as finasteride and in treating symptoms of benign prostatic hyperplasia. This is basically a drug. Now this will show you how powerful it is. While others show that it is no better than a placebo. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health says that there is no scientific evidence that sour palmetto is effective for any health condition. Of course, you are going to be the judge of that, because, as I said, there is just so much anecdotal evidence out there that it's funny that these claims are being made. Sour palmetto is generally well tolerated, but it may cause mild side effects like digestive issues or headaches. It may also interact with other drugs, including estrogen, oral contraceptives, iron supplements, and finasteride. Sour palmetto may be unsafe to use during pregnancy or while breastfeeding. Sour palmetto has also been used to treat chronic prostatitis, but there is no evidence that it is effective for this condition. And as I said, that you have to be the judge of that. But as I said, that there's in parts of the world where persons would have access to drugs, and this is what is used, and over years and years and years of usage, then persons have received help. From my standpoint, I've seen a lot of persons who have taken it alone, and it helps. As a matter of fact, for chronic enlarged prostate, this is one of the herb that we see persons use, and they have tremendous benefit. Traditionally, it is also one of the first go-to herbs that has been used traditionally to reduce enlarged prostate, sour palmetto berries. And so that's something that you'll have to do your own research into and talk to your healthcare provider about them. But this is one of the ingredients that is found in our Neo prostate support. Another ingredient is, of course, pygium. And pygium is the name for extract teas and supplements that come from the bark of a tree native to Africa called Prunus africana. Pygium contains chemicals that help shrink the prostate in males, with enlarged prostate. This might relieve urinary problems such as poor urine flow and nighttime urination. So this is again another product. Pygium has been used for centuries. It's from the similar family, Prunus, similar family that our forgot the name of that herb that we have in Jamaica that we use. But it is used for centuries in Africa for helping with enlarged prostate. So Pygium is one of the herbs that is featured in our neo prostate support. All right. So Pygium basically helps with shrinking the prostate. All right. So because we have prostate enlargement, most of these herbs are going to be designed to one, behind zinc, and two, they're salty, to shrink the prostate. All right. So looking at the formulation for these herbs, we're seeing two of them so far, which is the saw palmetto, which is also salty. I don't know if you've ever tasted the saw palmetto berry. I know SBJ says it tastes, because it's from a palm tree that's similar to like a coconut, right? So it has this this kind of sour taste, or it's like it has a rancid taste. That's the word. It has kind of like a rancid taste and a rancid odor, right? But it's very good for reducing the prostate. Pygium also is very good for reducing the prostate. We have grapeseed extract. And grapeseed extract has shown potential to help with prostate health in several ways, right? So these are one of the ways. It helps by inhibiting tumor growth, all right? So grapeseed extract can inhibit the growth of advanced human prostate tumors and angiogenesis, all right? So let me just talk about that. Usually when you have a prostate cancer, what's basically happening is that the type of cancer that will form in the prostate is usually a tumor. And so one of the things about tumors is that tumors develop veins that feed blood to it, right? So if you know if anybody that has cancer, like certain breast cancers or cancers of the connective muscles and so on, you'll find that as the tumor gets bigger, the individual gets smaller. What you're also going to notice is that the tumor will have veins that start to increase in size, because the bigger that monster gets is the more blood it is going to need. And as the tumor gets more blood, one of the important strategy of attacking that tumor is going to be to try to cut off that blood supply. So you need herbs that will cut off that blood supply. And that is why guinea hen is so powerful. That is why graviola is so powerful over certain types of cancers, because they have ingredients in them that causes angiogenesis, which is they prevent the cancer cells, the tumors, they allow these blood vessels to shrink, right? They allow these blood vessels to shrink. And so grapeseed extract does that, because anybody ever taste grapeseed, by the way? And anybody ever get the grapeseed and bite it? When you bite the grapeseed, what type of, not taste, but what happens to your mouth? Anybody who is on the platform, if you've ever eaten, chew up the grapeseed, eat the grapeseed, what do you taste? When you bite the grapeseed, when you eat that grapeseed, what experience do you have? Anybody here have ever eaten grapeseed? No? Come on, guys, answer me, man. Interact with me. Any one of you have ever eaten grapeseed? And I'll tell you what it tastes like, because I've eaten grape seeds. When you're eating grapes, do you just spit out the seeds or do you chew the seeds? And am I just talking to the wind as it's 11 people watching? Nobody at all? All right. Cynthia says no. Very. Thank you, good Cynthia. No, at least I know some people are hearing me. Anybody else? Only Cynthia alone? Never eaten grapeseed. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you. You know, the interaction helps, you know. It's because, you know, yes, I ate some like dry. Very good. SBJ says it's dry. So when you eat grapeseed, it has what is called, the action that it has is astringency. That dryness that you're tasting, when you bite it, it tastes staining. It dries up the water in your mouth. That taste that you're experiencing is called astringency, right? And astringency is when the ability that herbs have to take moisture or fluid out of tissues, right? And so it helps to reduce swelling, because usually when you have a swelling, what happens is that the tissues are oversaturated with fluid. And so if you have a swelling on your head or a swelling on your forehead or a swelling in certain parts of the body, usually it is the result of fluid that has saturated that tissue. And so in order to get the fluid out, you need a herb that is opposite to herbs that add fluid to tissues. So there are some herbs that add fluid to tissues, and there are some herbs that take away fluid from tissues. The herbs that take away the fluid from the tissues, those herbs are called astringent. All right? And so grapeseed is a powerful astringent. And so what it does is that it causes the tissues to shrink, or it causes it to contract. So other herbs like that are like red raspberry, which we use for fibroids, right? So a lot of women who have that have fibroid, because a fibroid is kind of like a growth. It's as a matter of fact, when we were young, we never knew fibroid as fibroid. We would hear them say a growth you have in our belly. So just like when a man had enlarged prostate, they would say have stoppage of water. Right? So these were the terms that we knew when we were young. We knew that all mature women have growth, and mature men have stoppage of water. So when we were young, we would hear them talking about our grandparents or this person that had growth, and her belly would be huge. And we would hear about this man that had this tube in, that he had stoppage of water. All right? So in both cases, what's happening is that there is growth taking place in the cells, abnormal growth taking place. And so what you need is a herb that acts as an astringency to get the fluid out of the tissues, thereby causing the tissue or the mass to shrink. So the grapeseed extract inhibits the growth of advanced human prostate tumors and angiogenesis. Another thing that grapeseed extract does is that it causes cell death. So grapeseed extract can cause the cells that drive prostate cancer growth to die. Now, this is another very important principle, because again, you have to understand what you are dealing with. You have to understand what you are fighting. So in a healthy cell, when a cell reaches a certain age, it naturally dies and new ones are formed. So there is information, there is a trigger inside the cells that tells the cell to die. In cancer, this trigger is absent. And so instead of the cell dying, that cell continues to reproduce. Well, what grapeseed extract does, like a number of other herbs, like marijuana and a number of other herbs, how they work is that they give the signal to the cell to self-destruct. We call it apoptosis. So the cell self-destruct. This is another benefit of grapeseed extract. So it helps by preventing cancer progression. Grapeseed extract may prevent prostate cancer from growing and progressing. All right. Improving PCA kinetics. A phrase 2 trial found that 300 milligrams of daily grapeseed extract may improve PSA kinetics in clients or patients with a rising PSA after maximum local therapy. And so grapeseed extract is has the ability traditionally to help the prostate in multiple ways. And so there is no wonder why it is one of the ingredients in our grapeseed extract. So now remember, we're talking about the alpha male complex. We've spoken about over 15 different herbs that help with male performance. Now we're looking at prostate health, healthy prostate. What causes the prostate to be healthy? Owen and Jamie YouTube channel. Okay, welcome, Owen. All right, so that causes the prostate to be reduced. All right, so let's look on another ingredients, pumpkin seed extract. And we spoke about pumpkin seed, and the benefit of pumpkin seed is high zinc content. Pumpkin seeds and pumpkin seed oil are commonly used to treat prostate health issues such as benign prostatic hyperplasia and overactive bladder. So if a man has an overactive bladder, if a man has an enlarged prostate, pumpkin seed extract and pumpkin seed oil. Now, what I'm saying to you guys, even though these ingredients are combined synergistically in these products, these are all products that you can get on your own under the guidance of your healthcare provider and use them to improve your overall health. All right? So pumpkin seed is powerful pumpkin seed oil. Pumpkin seeds and pumpkin seed oil may help relieve symptoms of BPH, a condition where the prostate gland enlarges and can press against the urethra, causing it to be constricted. Chemicals in pumpkin seeds can increase urination and reduce swelling in the prostate. And of course, we know a pumpkin seed is high in zinc. Pumpkin seeds are rich in zinc, which is important for normal prostate function. All right? And phytosterol. Pumpkin seeds contain phytosterols, a compound that may reduce prostate enlargement. And pumpkin seed oil may help prevent the multiplication of overestimated prostate cells and hormone levels. So, guys, these are some powerful ingredients that once you hit 40, you need to start to get in your medicine chest. You don't have to go and get the products that I'm talking about. But I'm talking about them because these are the ingredients that we've combined synergistically, scientifically, with experience in these products to ensure that it is effective, or to boost its effectiveness, or to help support your health. All right. So, but these products, you can go to your herb shop, you can go to your herb market, and you can get them and you can use them. All right, depending on what your needs are. Then we have lycopene. Now, lycopene, a carotenoid found in many fruits and vegetables, may help with prostate health. But there isn't conclusive evidence that it can prevent or treat prostate cancer. Some studies have linked increased lycopene consumption with a decreased risk of prostate cancer. And there's in vitro and in vivo experiments that show that these studies have shown that lycopene can inhibit prostate cancer cell proliferation. It can induce what we call apoptosis, which we spoke about, which is cancer death, cancer cells death, natural, the signal given to cancer cells and to kill themselves, and decrease the metastatic capacity of prostatic cancer cells. So this is a very powerful product. SBJ, so what about juniper berries? Juniper berries is a diuretic, and juniper berries will help with urinary problems. So juniper berries help the kidneys in particular, not so much the prostate, but because the kidneys are part of the urinary system, then of course juniper berry is good. But juniper berries is not so much designed for the prostate, or is it designed for erectile dysfunction. Juniper berries, uva ursa, and some of these are, because remember that the body tells us what it needs. All right, juniper berry. If you taste juniper berry is a diuretic. It's very sour. It's very tangy. It's very high in vitamin C, so it causes you to pass urine. And this is not something that you may want to do if you're having an enlarged prostate. So you'd want to get the prostate into its normal range first before you start to get juniper berries. Because if you get juniper berries and increase urine output, and your prostate is enlarged, you're basically putting yourself into problems where you could even develop urinary tract infections, because you may not want to go all the time to empty your bladder, and so that retained urine can lead to urinary tract infection. So juniper berries would come in after we resolve the prostate issue. All right, so some more information about lycopene is that some studies have shown that lycopene can improve the treatment outcomes of locally advanced prostate cancer, reduce prostate cancer specific mortality, and delay the progression of recurrent prostate cancer. However, there is no other proof from clinical trials that lycopene can treat cancer. Yeah, but lycopene may reduce the risk of prostate cancer by modulating pathways that control prostate growth, such as androgen signaling, cytokine signaling, and growth factor signaling. Lycopene, because of the powerful effect of lycopene, and we spoke about the astringency of the grapeseed extract, a very powerful herb that we use is the guava leaf, because guava leaf is both high in lycopene, high in flavonoids, and it's also an astringent. So you're getting that double, triple whammy effect from guava leaf, and plus it's antibacterial, antifungal, so many benefits of guava leaf. But these are some herbs that will help prostate health. So the herbs that we discussed tonight are specifically for prostate health. And all of these herbs are found in our Neo Prostate Support, which is one of the products found in our alpha male complex. As I said, that you can just jump over to our website. I'm going to show you where that is. And you can, so this is our website, and we're having a Black Friday sale up to 25% off all products. These are the courses. These are some products that you can check out: cancer support, combo packs, digital products, supplements, online consultation, courses. If you want to book a consultation, this is where you go. But when you scroll down, this is our alpha male complex. So when you click on it, it contains 4 products: the Male Potent Pro, the Neo Prostate Support, the Ultra Vita Pro Multivitamin, and the Maca Boost Pro Formula. All of these constitute. It's normally $162, but right now it's $114 for all 4 of them. And we're going to be going through, so you can just click the link and search for it. And if you're living in Canada, right now we can't ship some of our products to Canada. So, you'll have to either get somebody in the US, use a US mailing address, because one of these I'm going to talk about the new Canadian policy that prohibits therapeutic herbs. So if the medicine is at what is called a therapeutic grade, some of the herbs, they prevent them from coming in. What they're saying is that if used therapeutically or medicinally, then it is classed as a drug. And so you're gonna need special policies surround that. You're gonna need special permits to bring that in. And so if you want to bring it in, you have to reduce its potency to food grade, so we can now classify it as a food, and then you can bring it in. So because of that, so many companies like ourselves are not able to send medicinal products to Canada, herbal products to Canada, because of these new regulations. All right, so that's not something that we have done, but there are ways around it. You can send it to a US shipping address, you can bring it in, or you can send it to somebody who can bring it in physically, but it can't be shipped. They won't allow it to come in. All right. So, any question, guys, as it relates to prostate health, as it relates to tonight? Anybody learning anything, by the way? Anybody learning anything? Is this information helping anybody? All right. So, I only want to do about an hour, because when persons go back to watch these, I don't want them to see a long video, and it turns them off. I'm warning a lot. I think I'm learning a lot. Warning a lot. Is that what you mean, Cynthia? Very helpful information. Thank you, Chucky. All right, so the goal basically is to get information out here. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be looking at the third product. We're going to be looking at the benefits of the multivitamins, because as you get older, as men get older, they need specific minerals. All right. SBJ says, yes, my sister husband has prostate cancer. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but maybe we can talk. All right. But these are some products that these herbs and these minerals that we discuss are designed to offer help. And what I like to do is I like to teach. I want you to understand for yourself how it works, why it works, so you can evaluate for yourself and you can make informed, educated decision. All right. And so that's the reason why I'm doing these sessions. I want persons to be able to make informed, educated decisions as it relates to their health. You have to remember that your health is your responsibility. And the greatest weapon against sickness and disease, as I said, is education, not medication. All right, I thought I would be having having more questions tonight, but that's okay. I guess we shared a lot, and so you can go back over the video, you can watch it. There's a link in the description where you can visit our website, you can book a consultation, or you can get the product for yourself. You're welcome, SBJ. It is my absolute pleasure, and you guys showing up is the reason why I come on. I literally was so upset that I'm so late, but I'm coming all the way from St. Thomas, and the road is still a mess, but it's a work in progress. So I'm glad that you are on. I wish we had more persons, but I'm glad that you're on. So share the link with somebody who wasn't able to watch us live tonight, so that they can hopefully learn. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. So we'll be back tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, looking at the another multivitamin. We'll be looking at the Ultra Vita Pro multivitamin. And this is a multivitamin that is specially formulated for men to give that support. So see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.